Deep in the jungles of Papua, where tribes still live in near isolation and outsiders are often met with bows and arrows, one Irish YouTuber thought he could pull off the impossible by offering a gift of salt. His name? Dara Tah. His plan? Walk into danger with nothing but a camera, a bag of white crystals, and the belief he could turn hostility into friendship. What followed was a viral firestorm that had the internet calling him everything from a fearless explorer to a reckless clout chaser. So who exactly is Dara Tah? On the surface, he's just another Irish guy with a camera. But scratch deeper, and you'll find a psychology student turned adrenaline junkie, obsessed with testing human fear in the wildest ways possible. Unlike travel vloggers who sip cocktails on Bali beaches, Dara's idea of content is throwing himself into places most tourists wouldn't survive a single day. His videos are part survival experiment, part social test, and all built for maximum internet shock value. He's the type of creator who asks, what if I actually do the thing everyone else warns you not to? And then, he does it.
Cleansing lotion, child gas mask, and adults gas mask containers. We have found the absolute motherlode of war treasure. They mass produced tons of these gas masks in case of a nuclear war, and now they're just sitting here in this bunker.
Enter Papua, one of the most isolated regions on Earth. A land of dense rainforests, mountains, and communities that have lived with little contact from the outside world. For decades, stories have circulated of tribes defending their land against outsiders, sometimes violently. It's not Disneyland, it's not a tourist stop, and it's definitely not where you want to casually pull out your iPhone for a vlog. But to Dara, that was exactly the appeal. He wanted to test whether his background in psychology and his human charm could bridge one of the most dangerous cultural divides imaginable. His gamble? That curiosity and goodwill would outweigh fear and hostility. The moment of truth came quickly. Dara approached a group of villagers, bows raised, arrows pointed straight at him. Most people would have run. He didn't. Instead, he reached into his bag and pulled out a simple gift: salt. To outsiders, it looked ridiculous. But to many traditional communities, salt is incredibly valuable, a symbol of trade, a necessity for survival. Dara believed this gesture could transform hostility into acceptance. For a split second, time froze. Arrows ready, salt extended. A man alone against centuries of cultural barriers. And then, silence. The villagers lowered their bows. No one attacked. For Dara, it was proof his crazy idea had worked. For the internet, it was proof he had lost his mind.
This is very cool. Okay, Demi, are you guys going to come on, or am I going to be the only one on the island with cannibals? Hello, guys.
Once the clip hit YouTube, the internet split in half, then quickly tilted toward outrage. Headlines accused him of exploiting indigenous people. Tweets called him reckless, disrespectful, even dangerous. Critics argued he wasn't just putting himself at risk, he was dragging an entire community into the internet spotlight without their consent. To some, Dara was a fearless explorer bridging cultures. To others, he was just another clout chaser dangling human lives for views. The salt gesture that had saved him in the jungle became the symbol that crucified him online. But why did people react so strongly? Because this isn't just a YouTuber stunt, it's part of a long history of outsiders exploiting isolated communities. For decades, anthropologists, missionaries, and even tourists have entered places like Papua, often leaving damage behind: disease, cultural disruption, exploitation. So when Dara showed up with a camera and a bag of salt, critics saw history repeating itself. A man from the West extracting content, while the people he filmed had no real say in how they were represented.
Cool. Okay, Demi, are you guys going to come on, or am I going to be the only one on the island with cannibals?
Of course, not everyone agreed. Dara's fans defended him, praising his bravery and arguing he was opening windows into cultures most people would never see. They claimed he wasn't exploiting anyone, he was sharing, connecting, proving that kindness could overcome fear. To them, the salt wasn't a gimmick, it was a bridge. But his critics shot back: bravery doesn't cancel out irresponsibility. Just because nothing went wrong this time doesn't mean it couldn't have. The divide grew sharper. Was Dara a cultural connector, or just another YouTuber rolling dice with human lives for clout? The Dara Tah controversy isn't just about one Irish guy with a bag of salt. It's about YouTube itself. Creators are constantly pushing boundaries, Urban explorers sneaking into forbidden places, vloggers dangling off skyscrapers, MrBeast spending millions on ever crazier stunts. The algorithm rewards risk, danger, and controversy. Dara just took that formula into one of the few places on Earth where the stakes are truly life or death. So the real question isn't whether Dara Tah crossed a line. The question is, where is the line at all? How far will creators go for views? And at what point does content stop being entertainment and start being exploitation? Because if salt is your last line of defense, what comes next?